for the bit.
I know.
I have a good bit, so
Gosh.
we have so many things. I guess we should say cheers. Cheers.
Yeah.
The conversation yesterday was so good though.
Oh, that was
we were
great.
laughing.
That was great.
It was great.
I thought it was like one of our better episodes.
It really
was
was
great.
that we
I really
had.
wonder what made it so
Can I get some wine? What is happening? Why am I?
Oh,
She's not even wearing the right shirt.
First of all, you come here, sit in that chair, take my
What
mic.
is happening?
What do you want?
You're using my microphone.
It's actually true. She's used that microphone more than you have.
I was the first one to use that microphone.
This is actually
Okay,
true.
then go back over there and take your microphone with you.
So you don't want to run the thing anymore?
She's not even wearing
you
the
want
right
some
shirt.
wine? Can you guys get him some grape juice? Maybe just for this one, or maybe some tea for your teacup?
Damn, even
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Did you leave your what? Here, come on. We'll bless you with a little bit of something. Because you know how we are over here. We're givers. We like to give to everyone.
To the needy, yes.
It's unfortunate though. Hopefully you can step your game up. I feel like you're getting further and further away off camera. So it would be very unfortunate to find out that you end up off of camera permanently. Like when you called in yesterday during the live, I like that look. I thought it was a good look for you. All right, Sam, roll the music. What's up, everyone? This is the Unapologetic Podcast, where we are here to forge, destroy, and kill. I am Denim Richards. Who are you?
Hello, I am. No, shut up. I am Denim's left side, and you are.
But you're on the right side.
Yeah, just because I'm on the right side doesn't mean I'm on the left side anymore.
And then, what's up over there?
I am UK. I'm off, but you always see me more than you'll see others. So.
And you always see her in the streets.
In the streets, yeah.
Or on the streets.
Yeah.
Not in the streets,
on the streets, not in. Yeah, that's crazy.
We're not,
Yeah,
Let's
we're not that
rephrase.
sort of
We'll always
yeah.
see her
Yeah,
on the streets.
Just on, yeah.
Giving you hot takes on the streets, but
Yeah.
never to be confused with being in the streets.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
Never confuse that.
Yeah.
No.
So, what are we talking about today? Oh! I'm so sorry. I completely forgot.
Here.
Mercy, all right, how are you doing today? You're good to be here?
I'm good.
Mercy's back. We got 911 in the building doing what he does best. We have Mercy. It's always good to see Mercy.
Good to be here.
Did you have something that you wanted to say? Because I feel like you just can't help yourself. Come on out with it.
Go on.
Hi, I'm Kelvin Simber. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone was dying to find out what had happened to you. That's all they talked about all the
Took
time.
my chair. This is not even the right chair. I'm so uncomfortable.
I'm
you know,
so
I
sorry.
put the settings on this just right
First
for
of
myself.
all,
I
the
feel like I'm.
settings is
I feel like I'm.
diabolical.
First of all, these chairs don't even have
They have no
settings.
settings.
Second of all, that is actually the chair you've been sitting on this
This
whole
whole
time.
time.
That's cap. That's
This
cap.
is the new
I
chair.
know, because this one is gone like.
It's gone what?
First of all, this is the great thing. The great thing about these types of conversations is I don't know how to help you. At least you get to sip some wine out of your sippy cup,
Why
your
are you
teacup.
drinking it like
Actually, though, this is great. Yesterday we did think of something. Maybe we can CG it in onto the cup. Can you hold the cup up like you're holding it like a mug from the actual thing to the camera? And then Sam, this is where you're gonna CG our opulent tea. Right.
Oh,
Matcha, our matcha blend by Baby D. We have our opulent tea. What do we call it?
Opulent tea.
This sounds like it's gonna
Not to be
become a
confused
thing.
with opulent tea.
Opulent tea.
It's
Not to be
It's
confused.
one tea.
Yes.
It's 1, 2.
So it's our morning blend, our morning matcha blend by Baby D, right? And I think so. Make sure you guys get that. So Sam, you'll CG the logo on there.
Can I have my gloves back tomorrow? What's going on?
And then we also have our meme coins. We have our meme coins. We have our Baby D meme coins. Our Bitcoin meme coins.
Not to be confused with Bitcoin.
Not to be confused because we do bits. We do a lot of bits here on the show. Not to be confused
They
with.
have inside jokes. Wow.
Yeah, we've really come along. We've really hit our stride on the show.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, but you're here now. Hopefully you can assimilate.
And come to think, how long have you been gone?
It has been a while though, no?
Not really.
It hasn't been.
It hasn't.
When did you? How many we shot? We've shot 2 days. You've been gone for 2 days.
2 days.
Dang, it feels like a lifetime. You know why? It's because we're putting in like 14 hours a day. So that's literally 28 hours of building and doing things, and you're not here. So I'm going to help you with that. But we have a really interesting topic of conversation today that was brought up in the last podcast. So what are we talking about?
What was
Is
it?
it coloring book?
Social media.
Yeah, social media, coloring book to business card.
Yeah.
Super, super
So
interesting.
that's why I got the chair. She doesn't even know the topic. Anyway.
You weren't
social
even here
media,
when the topic was mentioned.
So, but before we get started, I think it's actually a really good, because this was brought up on our last podcast. But today, so I get done with my workout, right? And then after I'm done with the workout, I'm like, okay, I gotta go, I gotta prepare for this podcast. It's like, all right. And then take a shower, I'm done. And then I put on these socks, just ankle socks. And then it dawned on me, and I was like, I remember when ankle socks had not been invented.
And we had to fold socks.
Yeah, like, and you had to fold them down over your foot.
And then to fit them in the shoe
Yes.
so it doesn't show.
And and so I was like, oh my gosh, I am actually old enough to remember when there was no ankle socks.
Okay, but I'm going to give you a different perspective. The fact that I'm old enough to have been there when we were doing that.
Oh, so maybe you came in on the tail end of it? Did you have ankle socks? Oh gosh, grumpy. UK, did you have ankle? Did you grow up in an era where there was no ankle socks?
Yes.
Do you know what life was like without ankle socks?
Yes, it was.
Is it?
But I was very young, so at the time I was like, socks, yay. And I called it a day.
I remember that was such a fascinating time.
I
Like,
never processed it before now.
Why are you making it so deep?
yeah, we'll talk about it later. Apparently,
I guess
but it was so fascinating because I remember being in school, and I was like, I want, you want to have the thing, but then you would get those big. So like when we were going to school, we had like those big white socks that would come all the way up to here, and then you had to fold. It'd be practically like 2 socks that you would end up folding just to be able to get it down. Oh, it was so awkward. But I really aged myself as I was getting ready today, and I was like, imagine I'm old enough to know what it was like for no ankle socks.
Yeah.
And that's why you guys are all here, to watch the podcast, to listen to me lament about my age.
Because soon I'll be taking over.
24 years old, and I've just lived so much life. Well, you see, in order for you to take over, you would have to be available.
Why are you
So,
First thing I'm doing is kicking her out.
she's running a coup. We actually had a conversation about this yesterday, about coups happening.
Yeah,
So-
you missed the whole conversation.
So it's
We went
actually-
through-
It's actually funny about you saying that, because we did have a whole, we war gamed the entire scenario about what this all looks like. Because it was me, it was just me, and then it was UK, it was left side, and then it was Mercy,
And it was also 911.
and then there's 911, and then as we were leaving, they're like, oh, it was like a dominant female room,
And all we're gonna have to do is get rid of
and then I was like, so is there gonna be like a coup at some point, where then,
we said no, we would keep them.
but I might end up sitting on the floor, so,
And then,
Where's Sleepy?
no, sorry,
Who?
Sleepy doesn't
see,
exist no more.
Sleepy, he slept his way, and we moved to another place. We moved on.
You're
Who's
still
on?
sleeping there.
Yeah, there's a big coup. So, go, but did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, but then the thing is, it's a coup if you don't want to leave, but then if you're self-sabotaging,
That's true.
then
We're just helping you.
And
Yeah.
You're
I was
basically
just-
abdicating.
Huh?
You'll be abdicating.
Yeah, exactly. You're essentially stepping down. What do you think about that? Do you have thoughts? Are you just trying to find your voice again?
I can barely hear you.
You
You're all the way over
you
there.
didn't-
What's going on?
He
This is crazy.
He didn't know his own strength. I feel you. I get it. Okay, so a super interesting topic that got brought up yesterday was social media being a coloring book to a business card, and it was brought up when we were kind of going down a rabbit hole of history and how social media. With the topic that we were talking about before was how to get your followers to become your financiers, your funders, right? And how we're using social media. Why do I have to take the time to fill somebody that wasn't here in. I don't know. But
Just a briefing.
anyways, just a quick briefing, a quick overhaul. And so now, in that, I was talking about, if you remember when social media came about, it was really kind of like a coloring book. It was like hey, I'm just going to post things,
Yeah.
right? In the same way that you would just do a coloring book. Like a coloring book, there's no pressure,
Yeah.
right? It's like, I just want something to do with my time, right? It's like I'm bored, so I color to keep myself distracted. And then all of a sudden, like one day, somebody's like, hey, I want to pay for that drawing. And you're like,
Oh.
what? Now all of a sudden it changes the passiveness in the way that you are drawing. And it's the same way that we were using the example of like social media when you were like take pictures of your food back in the day. It was like you're just sitting down at a restaurant, you're just snapping a picture of your meal,
Oh my god.
and then that's it. And now there's food bloggers who are flying all over the world who are now like food connoisseurs, having opinions about food. With like 10 years ago, all they were doing was just taking food pictures with their friends.
Yeah.
So it went from a coloring book to a business card, right? And so that's kind of what we're talking about today. Is like, did you guys know about that transition? Did you see that? And then where did you find yourself in that transition, or did you not do anything because you never thought of it as a business?
I will definitely say when, in the beginning of the transition, well, up to this point, but in the beginning of the transition, even when people are monetizing and it becomes a business card, I wasn't even like on the train of like, okay, this can be something. You can make money off of this. You can do a whole business out of this. I was still very much in the coloring book sense of it. Yeah, it's only very recently when I was like, okay, no, I kind of have to get on the train now
To do something, yeah.
because the train left the stop and I'm just running to jump.
Yeah,
into
it's
it.
like you watch, if you look at it through the train lens, it's like, think about a train with a lot of boxcars, and you saw the front of the train, and you're like, I could be a passenger on the first boxcar of the train. But you're like, but what if it doesn't go to where I want to go? What is this? And so the train just starts going. And then like one boxcar goes, and then two boxcar goes, and three. And then people are running. You're like, what are you guys running towards? Then by the time you're like, maybe I should get on the train, it feels like there's like 100 boxcars that have gone by, and you kind of feel like you're out of the game.
Yeah.
Right? Do you have thoughts, or do you want to just be there? Because, I did have my leather bag there, and it was super dynamic. Because at least I could...
I was just about to...
Actually, you can go... Actually, here's the best way we can do this. He's wearing our Unapologetic Podcast shirt. That's actually where we brought him back, just so he could... Can you move your hands? There you go. Thank you. And look at the camera.
Model.
There it is.
Pose.
Yeah, there's our Unapologetic merch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't have thoughts. Just bottle it. You can go to the merch shop on our Patreon. We have different colors. We have different designs. Can you move your necklace out of the way? There it is. That's
It
good.
was barely doing it.
Now, just let them take it all
Just
in.
look pretty.
All right, UK, do you have any thoughts?
Basically, okay. Oh, sorry. My bad.
Why are you sorry? Go ahead, UK.
Oh, unapologetic, my bad.
Yeah.
So basically, when I started out, when I was in the youth, it was more posting for like, oh my gosh, I'm with my friends. It's all fun. It's all cute. It's all kiki. It's all nice. And then when I got into starting college, I was like, ooh, and I chose to be a theater major, and I'm not posting anything of actual substance that people can actually see what I do. And I'm like, so I'm just posting fun things. I'm being cutesy. That's not what's needed. I need to actually have thoughts to actually show what I can do.
Be promoting something.
So that's when I started singing here and there. To be honest, I fell off of it because now I just became a schoolgirl again. I fell into that sense of schoolgirl notions and becoming a proper just in there.
Stay in school. You'll be tremendously happy. There's a world that really supports you and your diploma.
Yeah, that's yeah. Keep going. Yeah, tell shit. They do for real. But as you keep going, I realized that posting needed to become something that I do often, and it also had to be specific to what I do.
What you're actually doing.
What I actually do, which is singing. So I have to be
Intentional.
Very
Yeah, it's not a
intentional.
coloring book anymore, right?
It's a proper portfolio of what I do. So.
You know,
I don't know
like
if you
Mercy,
remember we
what do you
touched on
think?
this, touched on this a little bit when we talked about branding. I don't know if you remember, cause then you remember when we talked about using your social media as your brand. You remember when we talked about that? But
Can't recall.
I don't remember. I wasn't there.
First of all, can you stop putting your fingers in my face?
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. We have an HR department.
your face
It's
is not
either-
supposed to be there.
HR.
It's either you're putting your fingers in my face,
You have
or
HR.
you're making eyes at the camera.
We have HR.
What
We
is
have
going
HR.
on?
We have
What are you
HR
trying to
thing.
say, like,
Do you have thoughts on the thing that you want to add, or do you want to just model? You just gotta ease your way back into it. I know it's hard.
Take my time.
You want to ease your way back in. So yeah, it's okay. You'll find your legs. You'll find your sea legs. We like you being back though.
You do?
Yeah, because
So
we
I have
needed
thoughts.
we need somebody.
Have
We needed
someone
somebody to wear the
to model our
shirt.
clothes.
I needed somebody to wear the shirt.
A win is a win.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
They
we
need
need
me. That's what I heard.
to wear the shirt.
Y'all need me.
To wear the
Need me.
shirt. They actually, no one said anything.
Oh,
It was people actually unsubscribed. They're like, he's coming back.
that's crazy. I don't need to be.
We had the highest subscription, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh,
Oh, he's
Anyway,
Oh,
back to
no.
business.
yeah, that's why we're here. We're very professional here on
We
this
are.
business
We are. We
podcast.
really are.
But we're
So
unapologetic.
I was late to the social media game.
Yeah.
I remember.
What was your first social media thing that you had?
Facebook?
And was that was that still when Facebook only you had to be in? Was it the same here? Because in the U.S. when Facebook started, oh no, I'm so much older than you guys. Never mind. Oh my gosh, you talk about just aging myself. So I started, and I want you to answer the question. The reason why I'm saying it is, when Facebook first came out, you could only be on Facebook if you were in college. It was started as a way for college students to connect with one another. So it was never something for the general public. So you could
We
never
all did it.
be on it. Yeah.
We all did.
I didn't know that I could do that. And I was like, but I'm not in college. I was such a square. I was like, well, I guess I can't be a part of the group because I'm clearly not that age and I don't have a college. I thought they like verified the college that
Somehow.
you went to. Like, I don't know. I mean, it was all created by the CIA anyways. But anyways, go ahead.
You had a question. You didn't ask it.
I did. I was asking you what your first social media was.
Oh, Facebook. I'm just curious. What year did you guys join?
You started, you said 2014 for you?
It was 2014. I'm saying I was late.
What year were you?
2013?
Really?
What year were
I
you?
think I started when I was 10,
Were you
9,
born then? What
10, 11,
So 2014.
10,
2014, yeah.
10, 11.
So 911, what about you? When did you join? You look like you joined early.
During Facebook,
Yeah.
11 or 12.
Okay, yeah. Mercy, what about you?
2008.
Yeah, she looks
When
like
it
somebody
just
that-
came out.
Yeah, I joined it in
Damn.
I think it came out in 2007.
Yeah.
I think I got on it in because I was on MySpace.
Yeah.
I was on MySpace.
Now you're
Here's the funny thing.
Oh, Jesus.
This is a really unfortunate thing. I know for a fact that my MySpace still exists. I don't know how to get to it. I don't know the passwords. I don't have access to the emails that I would have used for those. And I think I have salacious, unnecessary photos that were on there because back in the day, in like 2008, 2009, I used to be really big with like the thirst traps
Oh my god.
back in the day. And I had like super long locks.
Free merch to whoever finds Denim's MySpace.
Please do not do that.
I am ready to go look for it right after this.
Guys,
As I go
diabolical.
make a MySpace.
It's
It
probably now just a space, not my space.
It's, yeah, it can't be. It has to be a Wii space or
Wii space?
global space. But I used to be very big on their posting thirst traps because that used to be the thing.
that's where that name comes from.
Because I couldn't get onto that's what it is, thirst traps. Because I used
That's
to.
not what he's talking
No.
about.
I know.
Yeah, he knows.
I know. But I couldn't get on Facebook, so I just stayed on MySpace. And then people started leaving MySpace, and I was like, "Where's everyone going?" Like we're going to this new thing, and I was like, "But I have to be in college now. I'm an idiot." So like now I've lost friends on
Everybody
MySpace,
knows. Yeah.
right? I don't know, like where are you? And I'm like,
I'm still on space.
I'll be there. I'm coming.
I'll be
Yeah.
there.
And that's when you're old
The way
enough to
the,
figure
the
out.
way that my internet is set up,
So ridiculous.
the apps don't allow me to download more than one at a time. So I'm like, I'm losing friends on MySpace, and then I can't get on Facebook. So now I'm like, wow, he doesn't have friends here, and he's uneducated. Like, you can't even get into a community college. Like, how bad can it be? Yeah, it was a tough time. But it was interesting. But the reason why, the whole point of it is like to watch even the evolution of what social media has become, even from Facebook, right? It was like, I'm talking about it from the time where Facebook was, hey, you had to be in college to be on it. And now that's like where all of your grandparents are, like all of your family members. So like all of like your friends that you connected with now, they are there kind of like as a footprint.
Yeah.
But it's now like your parents are on there, and like, and so it's like it's weird. The evolution is weird.
I feel like at this point, the people who are still on Facebook, it's because they use the Facebook account to create the Instagram one. So
That was smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then they said we're gonna do integration, and so when they bought Instagram,
yeah,
that was part of the IG. So you have to have the Facebook in order to do that, to keep the data alive. And then it's like weird when like the next generation, the older generation, is now like on Instagram, and they post selfies, and their selfies are like down here.
I can't.
Yeah, it's a very interesting. Yeah, it's a very interesting thing.
it's like you just turn on the camera and then it'll selfie mode. It's like, oh, that.
Oh.
And then you just press it. So like now that it's like, so I think it's interesting because I'm trying to figure out, for me when I joined Instagram, what year did you join Instagram?
Very recently. I think 21, 22.
Really?
Yeah. I've never really been big on
When-
socials like that.
Okay, so 21, 22.
Yeah.
What about you?
When did I join? Oh my gosh.
When did you join?
Probably when it started, Shem.
Okay.
All I remember is that the icon was still brown.
Okay, so you remember that.
Yeah.
I can tell you I know the year.
Yeah.
When was that?
Same as for me, it's the same, and when the icon is still brown.
Yeah.
Mercy, do you remember the time? My day was
I
2013.
think 2014 for me.
I think it was a 15. Yeah.
My first post, I felt like when I was going through my manic state the other day, I was like, I have 615 posts. 1,615 of these posts are not good. There's no way that all of them are good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's like you start going down them, and it's like I just can't. So let me just scroll all the way down to the bottom. So I found my first post. I found the first post that I ever posted on Instagram. I want to see. It's actually very interesting for me, at least, because I was like, oh, I've been very consistent in the message, but I've been very late to the game, because even when it was there, I'm like, what do you do? Because, and this is part of like the neurological change that social media has done, where it was like you felt like embarrassed to like take pictures about the things that you're doing. I'm scrolling because I thought I screenshotted it, but I didn't, because I had to delete it in order to take hot content
For you.
for everybody. Yeah. So this is a great time while I'm looking for this, for you guys to make sure you get our merchandise, subscribe to the Patreon, tell people. Clearly we stay super focused. We're very professional.
Jock.
You get Jocka Jock, leather from Kenya. I'm so surprised that Mercy's never heard of Jocka Jock, and you're from Kenya. It feels diabolical, but we'll have a conversation about that later.
No, I grew up here, so.
Okay, well then never mind.
Okay,
Okay, you're
it's
forgiven.
better.
You're forgiven. Never mind. I take back everything I just said. We have our Bongani cigars. You definitely have to get the Bongani cigars. What else? We have the Tao wines. We have that. You have yours. This is a good time for you to plug yours
Oh
shirts.
yes, guys. I have just giving shirts. I don't even know when this podcast is gonna be posted.
Today.
So today, okay. So you will definitely be seeing my page very soon.
Was there? So my first one.
I also have an unapologetic tee.
That's not you though.
We know.
Yeah.
I was the first.
You were the first what? What were you the first what though exactly?
Just the first. It's a complete statement.
You say that's where it's your understanding is not required.
This is like a-
Okay, here it is. I found it. Wait, apparently. Okay, so I think Instagram must have come out in 2013. I think we will opulent fact check that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that I joined then because I was like, these kids with these damn apps. I just finally got accepted to Facebook, and now you guys are going again.
Yeah.
There's somewhere else.
Yeah, that was me. I was never the social media game. Like I said, I was very slow to Facebook. When I got there, my friends were all like averaging 100 likes, 200 likes on a post. And we're in high school, I'm like,
oh, on the wall, yeah, you
Oh,
post things
my
on the
goodness.
wall.
oh my.
I forgot. I can't even get it. I can't even get to my Facebook anymore. I'm locked out. I have to send my passport in. That's how far social media has come. Or in order for me to get back into my Facebook, I have to send my passport information so they can verify. But so this is so fascinating. The first Instagram post that I ever posted. So I said words. Okay, so I said words. It wasn't a photo, right? I'm wondering if this isn't my first Twitter post that I screenshot and then posted for that because I don't think that there's no way that. Yeah, this has to be that, and my icon is diabolical. I love it though. Does anyone want to take a guess what I wrote? Like, just take a. Of course, nobody's gonna guess it.
What year was it?
2016 or 2016, October 31st, 2016 at 4:15 p.m. What would Denim be thinking about October 31st, 2016?
It was probably like 20, 21,
No.
2019 at that.
No, I had to be I'm 24 now, so
24 now, so you're 19 then.
In 26. Yeah. No, the math checks out.
The math checks out.
Yeah.
yeah, we opulent checked
He
it.
was 19.
We opulent checked
It was
it.
19?
He was probably 19.
Okay.
Yeah, close to that, guys. We're not
I'm
giving
right.
away my age, even though everybody tells me that Google has my age, which is diabolical. I'm suing Google.
Google is lying.
I have a lawsuit
Google
out
is
for
lying.
Google, but
He's
also
24.
Google, if you want to make the what do you call it, CEO? SEO? With search engine optimization, let's make this thing super high. So shout out to Google. Is anyone gonna guess what I wrote?
I can't think of anything.
You weren't born yet, so you can't.
I was born.
Were you there?
He was 26.
Oh, yes, I was like 10. Yeah,
I
okay.
was born in
So I was thinking about 2006. I'm thinking about when I got on Facebook.
Okay.
So my fault. We're on a different thing.
Something about women.
I'm gonna say something about going out.
Okay.
In these streets.
Go ahead.
The streets.
I don't like the way that I'm being branded. This is going again.
But this is 2016. We're in 2026. That's a decade ago.
It is a long time ago. UK, what do you think?
Actually, girls together. Because going out and talking about girls.
Okay.
About the girls you met.
Okay, now one.
I think you're talking about an audition, you just bombed or something like that.
Okay. Mercy?
I don't know if that's serious yet.
Or it could be like some wise ass quote.
Yeah, I'm thinking of quotes.
Yeah.
Something stoic.
No, the network doesn't get words. No, please.
The network.
He already gonna rush me. He's already rushing me. Every time he walks in, I feel like it's a time warp and I'm supposed to not be organic anymore and get back to being stale. Like a cracker that you found in your go-go's house. So this is what I said, end quote. I want to be able to feed multiple families with the work that I do. Because of that, I'm willing to lay everything on the line to do so.
What did you do after that?
Huh?
You went and talked
You were
about
Then I went out and played basketball. Then immediately after that, I went out and played basketball and tried to talk to women.
Yes!
But
basketball had to be part of
but the
Like,
intentionality,
the vision was there.
the vision is
existed.
the vision was always
It was in
there.
your head. The problem was execution.
It very much so. Like it was.
Did anyone interact?
Huh?
That's interesting.
No, I think I looked at it from another account probably just to see how it looked just to see how what everybody else experienced. I just want to see what everybody else is experiencing. Yeah, but I remember when I wrote that I really meant it, and then I had to go lace them up because the courts were calling. But it's so funny to think about now how when I was watching artists go on, it felt very self-aggrandizing, very like, look at me, look at how great I am, this is the life that I have, and you should aspire to be more like me.
Yeah.
And I was always very much against it, which is why I felt like I was never a part of the Instagram community in the way that it was, or the way that it was kind of created for. And I think that's what took me a long time to kind of embrace it. And then slowly but surely, it was like I felt like I woke up one day and all of a sudden it was like this massive business where it was like, oh, now we're going to integrate videos. Like now you're going to do videos, because before when Instagram came out, it was just photos.
Yeah.
Right? Then it was like, hey, you're going to do videos now, and now we're going to do lives. And I'm like, I just was so, and then you're poor, and I'm like, I'm in my car.
What am I posting?
What will I like? But now it's like people will actually be in their car and still
push.
And somehow gain millions of followers by being. It's but what's interesting is the psychological nature of it, which is like, it feels like you have to decide how you're going to use it, right? Because it's no longer a coloring book. Yeah. Like, it is for fun, but then you get frustrated because then you're like, every time I put out something, nobody's...
Yeah, I was a very anxious social media user. Like, that's why I ended up joining Instagram in like 2022, 2021 or something. Because I know even on my Facebook and WhatsApp spells, I get so anxious. I'm like, oh my days, nobody's interacting, nobody likes my things, nobody's commenting.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what? I'm taking a social media break.
And
then
cleanse.
I'm off everything.
We used to call it a social cleanse.
And then I'm off everything.
Yeah. But now I think it's like now as a... What are you looking at? Are you looking at my profile picture?
I am scrolling down on your Instagram.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing a very young Denim here.
Yeah, good.
2019 with the sideburns like sort of short.
Which one did you say?
Videos.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when it used to be like the beard was
just
more.
Yeah.
And it was
This is the cutoff for me.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah, it's a cutoff. I love
If
these.
you go to the highlights,
Yeah.
it's bad.
I used to be bad. First of all, it's not bad.
No, I mean
It's
like
bad, like it's good bad.
No, I mean it's bad. Like so many of the highlights.
Yeah. It's
I watched the highlights, and I was very confused.
And this look.
I like to stick my tongue out. That's diabolical.
It was
It was that. Well, it wasn't concerning for me, but
every time.
Hey.
yeah, I did have a tag. I did have a little like a trademark that I had on my social media. Of the way that I would like to be out in the world, and but this is it's a great example of the evolution of social media.
You were testing the traps.
We found trap Denim.
Yeah. That's one of trap. That's a MySpace photo, and I took that on MySpace. That is trap denim.
You lie.
That's trap denim. Yeah, bring it in here.
Let's see that.
That is trap denim.
I don't want to have to scroll.
Yeah, that's trap denim. I had 55 comments. I was trap denim. My waist was snatched, as they would say. The people would say my waist. They would say that my waist was snatched. That had to have been, guys, that had to be 2014, 13. You saw my locks were flowing.
So you would have been like, what,
Your locks were
16?
long.
No, I was
17?
Yeah. My locks were down, bro. Yeah.
Oh, you how long, bro?
Those are all my locks. Yeah. My waist was snatched. I was taking, my waist was snatched. I think I was on MySpace. That photo is definitely still on MySpace. What else was I doing? I was working. I was a waiter. At that time. I was the waiter there, and then but I was still trying to be hot in the streets, and I tried. That photo has 55 comments, so clearly somebody liked it.
And 208 likes.
Yeah, but that was a decade ago, right?
That's a lot of likes.
But we've come a long way. We went from that to cut off shirts and my tongue out. Now look at me, drinking wine and smoking cigars.
And that's your business card.
And that's my business card. But it's evolution. So it's interesting
So
because
you don't take thirst traps anymore?
So,
Like for
so
yourself,
your
you look like
so
you
your
still
business
do.
card is
It's just
evolution,
part of the
basically.
you're like, no, I just can't post these. But
I have them.
You
First of all-
here for myself.
first of all, first of all,
This tongue out.
first of all,
This tongue out.
I'm not going to confirm.
So
I'm not going to
That is so
confirm.
on brand. Oh my god.
I'm not going to confirm
Oh,
or
man.
deny if I still take thirst traps and
Yeah.
just don't post them.
Which
okay?
means it's probably
It's true. I
Is
say
there-
that.
Very true.
Is first of all, this is disrespectful. I'm not going to say that you're lying, but I plead the fifth.
Okay.
But there is a potential that if one was to open up my phone, would you potentially see a very recent, a hyper recent photo of a thirst trap? Potentially, because it was one of those moments where I had just finished at the gym and I was like,
how they know? How
he
else
was
do they know?
probably really.
and I was
hot
like,
from the
hey.
gym.
I was
And
like,
then he's like, eh.
I was like, God, and I can't post
And you
it.
know, and his veins weren't fine.
Yeah, because I was like, but then I'm like, I have a
To
business.
see if I see like God,
I
I
have a-
gotta take a picture.
I have a business. I was like, now I got businesses to run. I have endorsements that are happening.
And they can't be
I need
seeing
people
you
to
all-
trust. What now? What is it? Is it bad?
Were you in a boy band?
Oh no.
I was in a boy band. Yeah, I was in a boy band. Yeah, I was in a boy band.
Really?
Yeah, I was in a boy band. Yeah, I was. This was 2017.
Is this all on
Oh
Insta?
my gosh.
Yeah.
I have not scrolled far enough. You've got too many photos.
650.
And I were scrolling your things that I saw.
Yeah, I was in a boy band.
This is gold.
Why'd you get kicked out?
I didn't get kicked out. It got shut down.
We
It
need
shut
to look
down.
at these before he actually gets the energy to archive all of this.
Well, here's the thing. I need to do that.
Yeah,
I need to archive.
You already
screenshots,
warned
everything.
us.
I need to
So-
archive and get out.
In fact, don't even pass the phone to him. Just bring it back.
Yeah, because I know what it was. I know I was there.
He's gonna
Yeah,
start archiving things.
we were seeing it. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to start going through and we're get this thing down to 30. Gonna get this thing down to 30. I remember, man, that was so good. We were killing it though. I still have the sound bites on my phone. We were wild. I remember those days we would go before we would go to rehearsal. We would go to this we would go to like this endless margarita bar before rehearsal and get lit up before rehearsal. And
Rock on.
God, it was like, it's such an interesting, but again, it's a business card, but I'm sitting here not still using it as a coloring book. Like, I'm not looking at it as
Yeah.
any businesses are ever going to be interested in coming and going to be looking at it. Now, I keep this stuff up because I think we've done enough stuff to where people are like, we get it, right? Like,
Yeah.
but I told you guys about this story yesterday. I was telling the story about when back in the day, two of my friends and I were smoking a cigar. My manager at the time had told me to take this cigar photo down because like we're pitching you for projects, and we don't think that that's a good look for a network or a casting director to see you. And I do agree with that. Like even all the things that you'll see, it'll see like funny throwbacks, but you're never gonna see me like taking shots of anything. You know, like any of those times, because I'm like, yeah, like there is still, even back then, I was still very cognizant of the reputation and what it is, and like if you do put it out there, it's gonna be there. But I do think it's fascinating now because it's like now that we've embraced it, it's kind of like you feel so far behind. Like you feel like it's like a giant ocean.
Yep.
It went from like a puddle to a pond to a lake.
Yep.
To an ocean, puddle, pond. Pond is lower than a lake, right? Yeah, puddle, pond, lake, ocean, right? And that's how I feel like the evolution of social media has become, where I was like, okay, it's not big enough, it'll never be anything.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, it's a lake, but and now it's this ocean, and I'm like, what do I do? What's the voice? And I think that becomes the thing. It's like now using it as your business card, and how are you tying it? And if you don't understand business because you didn't realize, like you were not a part of the conversation when they said, hey, It's no longer a coloring book.
Yeah.
Like it's no longer a time for you just to post you eating out with your friends.
Yep.
You have to use every single moment to be trying to promote something. Now, what it does do on the other side is it makes interpersonal relationships very weird because it feels like, hey guys, I need to capture this moment, but I'm not doing it because I really want to capture the memory. I'm doing it because I need to keep my engagement up so I can crack this algorithm.
Yeah, so let's just all smile and take this photo.
Facts.
So that I can put it on my socials so that it continues to look like I have this type of
things going on in a life.
Things are happening. Yeah, so you guys can keep up with it.
So how is that? Yeah, so how does that feel? Like, how does it feel going from that, like the time we're like, hey, oh my gosh, this is just so fun,
Kiki, oh my God.
to now like, no, the glass is too high. Like, because you undoubtedly, when you're taking photos now, you're like, we have to do this again.
But the thing is, nowadays, because it's become the norm of people like posting things and making it like for views and everything. Sure, it's kiki, it's nice, it's great. But the thing is, the fact that everyone's gotten so used to the fact that, oh, we have to stop and let someone take a picture. It's become a thing where it's expected. It's like, no, we can't eat just yet. Take the picture.
Yeah.
Look, we're trying to.
It feels like when I go to places, like when I go out with people, I really am like, okay, take a couple things, get it out of the way. I'm not spending the whole time here looking at the back of your phone. And then but then like I'm paying, but I'm paying for you to take photos. And then I'm like, oh, so why do I have to be here? And that's part of the thing. But I do get it, but it's also like, what's the story that you're telling? And then I think the larger part is, which is really interesting, is like, and even for me, I'm still navigating. It's like, what do I post? What do I post as a story? What goes as a reel? You know, do I keep it up and then delete it if it's not getting a lot of things and do it for another time? Like, and you know, there's full camps that are dedicated to teaching you how to use this. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, it was a coloring book. Like, imagine, like, and I keep saying it over and over again because I really want to drive the point. I'm like, imagine somebody coming over to your house and like you're coloring your coloring book. You're like, you're not doing that right. You'd be like,
you weren't supposed to go there with that.
You're like, that's not the color you're supposed to use on that leaf.
What's supposed to go inside the
There's
line?
actually-
We're not trying to play games.
That right. You're sitting there going, wait, I thought it was like this is a pastime. And they're like, hey, look at my coloring books. And then they pull out this Rolodex.
Like, I have more in the car.
It's like, yeah, here's me stenciling it and go.
You see some shading, you see some.
And you're like,
ooh.
I was just passively doing this just for fun, and now you're telling me there's no point in me having the coloring book unless it's gonna be this.
Yeah, that still makes me very anxious.
There's actually a conversation online about like how Instagram isn't what it used to be, and people have this fear of posting on Instagram.
Facts.
So a lot of people are actually migrating to TikTok because TikTok feels more natural because they feel like you can just post without judgment.
But is it because it's faster?
It's faster.
Well, go ahead.
You can go first.
Oh, that's so big of you. Man, I know you've been in this business a long time. The fact that look at that.
Being nice to someone who's so mean to
Professional expertise and slurping from a sippy cup.
Could you not?
But what did you have? Did you have an opinion? Why do you like TikTok over this? And then we'll go ahead and get to left side.
I joined TikTok for a day this one time. I posted, I think I was singing something. The TikTok account doesn't exist anymore, social media. But I posted something, and within a few hours, I'm like, whoa, 500 views already, and you come back. Every time you refresh, it's more. Every time you refresh, it's more. It's
so for you, it's self-validating.
Yeah.
But why did you why did you delete it then?
It's just very awkward. I have a thing with social media, man. I actually need those camps.
So you know what I think?
Yeah.
And so this goes to the podcast that I said that we're going to do. So I have this whole thing about, so it's in the book, where I did a chapter on what I call the holistic thespian versus the artisticpreneur. And I'm really, really excited because I'm actually going to do an entire book about it. But we're going to do a couple podcasts about it. But essentially the holistic, and I'll just repeat it. Sorry for those of you that have been here. I have to keep up and catch people up so that we can have a more fleshed out conversation. the holistic thespian is essentially the thespian that's like, I just want to focus on my craft. I want my art to speak for itself. Everything is about the text, and I'll be successful predicated upon the work that I'm doing in the room, on the stage, right? And then juxtapose that with the artisticpreneur, who's also like, the craft is there as my foundational being, but I also have to be able to market. I also have to be able to be good in a room. I also have to be able to interview well, and I need to be able to be a part of brands and promos. I need to be an entrepreneur. And how those are, there's kind of like this Jekyll and Hyde where it bounces, because I was both. I was the holistic thespian, but here's the funny thing, it's food for thought. I was the holistic thespian and went against the artisticpreneur because really I was like, I don't believe that I'm even good enough to be a holistic thespian. Now you're adding another thing. I'm not even good at this yet.
How am I supposed to now do this?
And now you're like, hey, go learn how to be a part of brands. And it's like, what value do I have to a brand when I can't book a job?
The pressure I feel when I'm on her Instagram, I'm like, guys.
So
I'm still in the pond. You're on your way to the ocean.
My Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
Oh, my Instagram is Alia_Sokolo. Just search Alia, you'll see diamonds and flowers, and you'll know that it's me. Yeah.
Got it, girl.
Mine is.
UK, what's yours?
Oh, it's your girl UK, double L. So you'll find me there. Period.
Go ahead.
I thought you were gonna ask Mercy and then 911. Mine is.
All right, Mercy. Do you have an IG? Do you use it?
I do, but I don't even know my username. I'm gonna have to look.
Okay, well, we're gonna get you. We'll get you on game. My Instagram is Denim Richards.
Obviously.
But more importantly, it's all about this Patreon. Everything's about this Patreon.
Yep.
Have I plugged the book yet since we've been here?
Nope.
No, you have not. And I was about to say, come, Mercy, you
I mentioned it, but I haven't plugged it.
Yeah, but not.
So it's like, how I'm not keeping up with the narcissistic ideology that everybody frames me as if I'm not constantly plugging the book.
So it's so many things
It's
to plug.
okay.
It just seems.
Liking everything else.
Yeah, that's true. All the other things that give you massive value. Definitely go to the Patreon, grab the book, Opulent Artist, How to Build an Opulent Global Career from Anywhere in the World. It's taken 12 years for me to garner up the courage to finally put something on this book. The Opulent Artist brand started 12 years ago. And everything that we're doing now, I had a vision for 12 years ago. So everything that's happening right now is what I envisioned 12 years ago.
No wonder why the book changed my life.
But you haven't read it yet, so I don't know how it could have changed your life. Which one? What was your favorite chapter?
The chapter where you're talking about the holistic thespian versus the other.
You read it?
I promise you.
He did read it actually.
How? How did he get it?
He's the one who sent it to the rest of us actually.
That's why I
No,
need
on
to
the
share.
group. He sent it on the group. Remember?
That's why I was first in the
You
share.
don't remember?
First,
The opulent.
bring back my glass.
Wait.
No, he sent the other one.
That's why I'm
Did you read the book
That's why
yet?
I'm like, which book are you
Did you read anything in the book yet? You don't have the book, he's lying.
I just was
No, I just got it.
I was like, you just sent it out.
It was sent
He's talking about the 5 foundational. You read that one. But he's talking about Opulent Artists, but I was like, there's no way.
That's not even possible.
I was like, how did this even happen?
Technically,
And for free?
Like you must read all of them.
You have to read. Well, here's the thing. Even in the first, Mercy's read. You said you read halfway through the first chapter.
Yes, I believe I'm in chapter 2.
Yeah, so she's read the first chapter. So she's read more than everybody here combined.
How was it? Should we buy it?
Definitely.
No, you should buy it. I promise you.
Yeah.
I promise you. I'm never. Here's the thing. I plug all these other brands because all these other brands were also in partnership with other people that are extremely talented. This book is definitely worth it because for me, I'm like, this is everything that I wish I would have known then.
Yeah.
So based upon that alone, that's why I say that it's valuable because it's for like, I think if you read the dedication is literally to those that feel stuck. And I was like, and I felt like this for most of my career. Where it was like, where do I go? Who do I turn to? But wanting to do all these things. Exactly what I was saying in 2016.
Yeah.
But then how do I say that and then go out and play basketball and do that? But with what roadmap? Like, I don't know, like, where am I supposed to start? So this book is very much like a guide that I use personal conversations with. So go get the book on the Patreon. The great thing about this book is that we also created a workbook for the book.
Yeah.
So it's not just the book, but there's a workbook, a guide on top of the book. I mean, it's maximum.
Is there an order? Do I read the workbook and the book?
No, you should. You read the book, and then you can have the workbook with.
Okay.
But you have to have the book to
use
activate.
the workbook.
Yeah, you can't.
You can use
So-
the workbook with that.
Somebody said the other day was like, "Can I just get the workbook?" I was like,
Where?
For what? Yeah, what are you gonna do with the
No, because
workbook?
it's-
first of all,
it's
I think
like-
the thing is, what's a workbook?
"So I buy the." So I bought a seat on the airplane. Do I need to be on the plane to use it? And it's like,
I think it comes from what's a workbook.
It's
That might not be.
okay. To
Some people
simplify the
exercise number
terms,
one.
you know, back in school, there were these exercise books
Yeah.
that had
Yeah.
like the things already, like the questions and stuff, and the exercises already written out for you.
But you
And
have
then
to
you
read the
answer.
chapter.
It's exercises.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you answer them on the book,
But
and then you can
It's
see
that.
the
Yeah.
progress.
And then you can always go back and refer.
yes.
I knew that.
This is it's okay. We'll go ahead and do it for him. Give him a bone. This is for his re-education of Simba. That will be dropping soon.
The re-education of Kelvin Simba dropping soon on my YouTube. And
Can
follow
you
me on
stop spreading
Instagram.
Let's not get carried away.
Follow me on my Instagram at the last aura farmer. _last_aura.
That's not, you guys have to simplify things. People don't have the bandwidth.
No wonder you feel that way when you get on my page.
It's very long. Like last aura
That
farm.
is
It's long.
a lot.
Nano gave it to me. I don't know what to tell you.
No, it's
because
fine.
you're always aura
I'm
farming.
giving
Have you seen the eyes you give?
Every
them?
time.
Oh,
I know.
that's what that means.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
always
you're trying to give aura.
Oh, try it. They recognize it. That's why I like it. They told me. I was like, oh, damn.
Ever since he called himself that, he lost all the aura.
Oh no.
Because now you're trying to be the thing that you say instead of just
So
being.
maybe you should change your name and
I am
it will
not-
come
I am
back.
an
It goes back to the whole actor. All actors know how to act until.
Action.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you see, you didn't know that.
Instead of, oh my god.
So.
Could you
how-
stop slurping the wine?
Okay,
Bring me
so
back my
how are we doing on time? Who's keeping the time? Are we good on time?
Yeah, we're good on that.
We are? Okay, I just want to make certain because I know you guys get picky and cranky when it comes around lunchtime.
You'll be coming
Like a
to
bunch of wild animals.
You will see the network walk.
The network will walk in. So, okay, so we did the coloring book thing. We talked about the coloring book. We talked about we did talk about that. I'm definitely interested in the comments and hopefully people will comment like
Yeah.
when they realized that it's no longer a coloring book and it's now a business, and do they now feel less incentivized? Like I feel like maybe what's interesting is like I feel like people that were like a part of Instagram for the coloring book like went to Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, now this is where I'm going to live out my artistic experience.
I think
You
maybe
don't think
also
they grew into
Pinterest. Is it
I think
Pinterest?
Pinterest as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I meant. Not Etsy, Pinterest.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. What's Etsy?
It's
It's
a
a
shop.
shop.
It's a shop, an
Yeah,
e-commerce.
it's an online shop.
So, but Pinterest is where you have the board where you like do
Yeah.
collages.
Yeah, you post these artistic.
Yeah, okay, so that's what, yeah, so I think it was that. Do I think that they grew into it? I do think people grew into it, and I think the people that were unapologetic in it are doing the best right now. Because there's undoubtedly people that I was making fun of while I was sitting where the only thing I had that I had was my phone. Like the lights were turned off in my house. I had bed bugs, so I couldn't even sleep in my bed. I was sleeping on a coffee table.
I swear,
And I had red spots all over my body, sleeping on a coffee table.
Going to auditions, being called weird things.
Well, some of them couldn't even get there because I didn't have enough petrol to get there.
Oh my god.
Right? But then still had the audacity to judge people that were putting stuff as I'm curled up on a coffee table.
That's how it
Like,
goes.
what is this?
Like I'm sitting there
could do
going,
better
what a
than that.
loser!
Sorry, you
Like
do it.
what a loser! Who would post that? No one cares about that.
Oh my god.
And now I'm sitting there going, had I just sold out then and just posted photos of my bed bug laden body on my coffee table, Somebody probably would have went and just started like a GoFundMe account to say like, let's get Denim out of here.
Something could
And
happen.
then at some point they'll be like, "Ooh, that was so artistic."
Yeah, facts.
I was like, remember that time you had a rags to riches journey?
Facts. Like that would have been but it was like I was such a holistic thespian that it was like you only show when you've made it.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to see
Yeah.
the struggle. Because it's like we're all struggling, bruh. So why do I want to watch you with your lights out when my lights are also out?
Yeah.
Like I don't need that experience that I'm living in. Because back in the day, that was like where reality shows were only showing people that were already successful. There were no rags to riches reality.
Yeah. Reality, rags to riches, that bug on. Am I right?
Network.
Anyway.
Oh, and he just walked in.
Do we have another wine glass?
Bad bugs, am I right?
She just did a hostile takeover of her wine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here it was empty.
To be
For
fair, it's
those
my
who
glass.
did not see that,
Can we see the table?
Yes.
for those who
Can they
did
see
not
it?
see that,
Yes.
he just poured his
They
wine
just saw it.
into
I'm
my
literally
glass
holding the-
and
Into whose
licked the side
To
of
ensure-
the mug.
To ensure.
Did you also lick that?
So here's what we're gonna do.
It's called claiming.
So here's what we're gonna
But
do.
now you're claiming the part of the glass that I drank from.
He don't care.
So here's what
Or
we're.
it's called reclaiming.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna. Here's how. This is me and my business mind and my diplomacy. Because some of us are have yet to come out of the swine areas and it was just crawling out of the mud. Kelvin Simba.
What? Me?
I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to you. So what we're gonna do on our break is we're gonna go to the store and buy a wine glass that's specific to her, and we're gonna wrap it in a fabric.
Left side.
Yeah,
Wait.
We're gonna wrap
I
it.
want the wine glass. I want
No,
the
you
I want
can
the new
keep
one.
it.
I want the new one.
No, she's getting her own wine glass. So now she's getting her own. It's like she's like a mixologist. He's like a mixologist. So she's gonna get her own. She gets her own wine glass. So we get her big. We got to go to the store.
Left side, babes.
Yeah, we're gonna get you a big wine glass, and we'll wrap it in like a fabric,
Yeah.
Babes.
and it's just hers.
Just so you know, if you pee on anything in this room,
Babes.
you'll have a problem.
Oh.
Pee.
Too late. I'm not coming territory. Come on. I don't want to listen to them.
Ew.
Are you fine with that?
Oh god.
No, not that. Are you fine? Are you fine with the wine glass?
Yes.
Oh, I was trying. I was. We
might as well give him a corner.
He's lower.
There's no stopping him.
I still have the DVGs.
Oh, yeah. So you're recovering.
I'm recovering.
So she needs a moment. So let me while we're recovering, let me take a moment to make sure that I plug our Bongani cigars.
Yeah.
Only premium luxury cigar that comes out of Africa. We're on the cover of Cigar Aficionado.
Period.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
We have our luxury leather Jaka Jak bags, handmade from Kenya.
Look at
Cannot
that
get them
fabric.
anywhere else.
Just amazing.
We have our Thao wines. Can we even see the wines?
No.
No.
Bring them up front.
It's because we had to make room for Kelvin. Maybe not. We have these different bottles, new designs coming soon. I think at the end of this month. So I'm really excited
So
about
do we
that.
hold these?
Really?
Yeah, we have new designs.
I'll hold them to massage it.
Don't hold them.
Don't touch it. You're gonna take the devaluation down. They just watch you lick the bottle of the glasses. The last thing that they want, because I don't want people to. I don't want people to think that if they buy the wines that like you licked it.
Do you hear that?
No, but
What? Wait, now you have standard. That's where you draw the line.
That you don't want to like miss a drop.
That's where you draw the line.
Bro.
I just don't want people to think that there's like a special edition Tao wine collection where like you've licked the bottom of it.
Some people are weird like that.
I feel like.
Well, actually, speaking of, I'm certain that there's like an account that we can open for people that have those weird fetishes. Because we did talk about the pause.
And new business.
Oh yeah.
We
yeah.
did have a conversation
The
about
beans.
about the we did have that. Yeah.
I swear this child.
It's facts.
I think my face is gonna become a meme.
It's the facts. It will be. Clock that. So
Aw.
we had an interesting clock that, as the kids say.
I have a
Oh,
question.
shit.
911 has a question. What's up?
So you've colored in your coloring book.
Yeah.
What goes into making it a good business card? Because not all are the same, and it all depends on you. But then what?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Honestly, I think you have to get super specific about what you're doing, and you have to reframe the way that your mind, because I think that it becomes hard. And again, we talked about this yesterday when we're talking about followers.
Yeah.
When it was a coloring book, it's all of your friends for the most part, and then some like random outliers that are like, hey, we just like the way that you look or whatever, and they're gonna follow you. But like, it's mainly your friends that you're really engaging with, especially when you're in school. Now you're like, I'm gonna turn this into a business. And now your friends are like, I don't know what this has to do with us and the things that we're doing. We're out. Now you're maybe telling your friends, hey, I can't be in that photo.
Yeah.
And if you do it, don't tag me in it. Like now it's like your standards are going up, and it's like, why? It's like because I'm switching course.
Yeah, going in
You're
this particular
basically-
direction.
I'm going to be, and it's like, well, you're acting brand new. It's like, well, I should have an evolution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then it becomes like, so are you better than us now?
Maybe.
And it's like,
Probably.
maybe,
Probably,
and
more likely,
maybe,
yeah.
And maybe you should just be there.
Yeah,
Not be there.
maybe, yeah, probably.
Maybe better yourself.
And I think the question is like, if you have to ask me that, then yes, I already am. The question is, yes, I am.
Yeah.
And so I think that, even for when you're doing that as a business, you have to get very clear on your message, but then be very intentional about how you're doing it and still try to infuse some type of personality, right? So like even for us, what we're doing now for like to promote what we're doing at OPEG and not wanting it to feel like we want it to be, I keep telling this all the time, it's $1 billion company. Because I know how $1 billion companies operate and how they work. But all $1 billion companies run differently. So I don't want it to feel like a boardroom, super like stuffy and stuck up. But I want everyone to be super, super educated, super like nuanced in what they know, but still be able to deliver the message in a way that doesn't feel super uptight. Right, so it's like we're here, we're having wine, we're having this, so it gives you the fun and sophistication, but we can also banter and laugh and kiki, but there'll still be a message, right? So I want it to feel very universal, but also very, very on the nose when it's like, hey, when we do decide to be accurate, it is that. So I think that for what you're saying, now one, I think it really honestly is, when you're coming into it, it's like I say for like every 3 things that you drop should be business, and then maybe something that's not business.
Yeah.
Just to show
the life.
that that you're a real
human.
person, that you're a real person, that your whole thing, because that's what I was doing for a long time. Everything that I was doing was just the business stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's just Yellowstone content and this, and then the motivational stuff, and then it was like, does he do anything else like outside of that?
Is he a bot?
And then that's what I tried to use with my stories. And then that's when like the gym workouts and all those came into the play, because I was like, I would do it, but I'd get way too excited if I did it. So I'm just,
That's not.
I'm just gonna.
I'll do it for you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep those highlights on just for a little bit longer.
Oh Jesus.
Just for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I haven't gone back to the highlights in a while. I should go back one day when I'm bored.
Yeah, we went back.
Yeah,
we
You went back for me?
we go back all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means they're good. That means what do they say in the streets? They're fire.
They're lit.
Yeah, they're lit. I'm almost certain that I have a post where it says lit with the like old fire emoji. But so that's what I used to do. So I was using the way that I would use the stories on IG was to use it kind of like a documentary, like a short form documentary, non-committal for everybody, but to give you a life.
Yeah.
That's where I felt like, hey, this is the time to like post the food, post the this, like post the nonsense, right? Because it's not gonna live there forever, right? Mm-hmm. It's there, it's non-committal. So that's my mini documentary. It's my mini vlog.
Yeah.
That's what I use the story for. Then the posts, then it's like, here's quick information. Now the hard thing is, we were discussing this the other day, which is like, some people are responding better to photos than they are
To video.
the videos,
It's actually.
which even for me, and where's marketing?
Marketing.
Marketing.
And people up here.
Blaze.
I think you have to say it 3 times.
I think we did. He
Just
said it,
just
I
drink
said
the
it,
wine that
she
you
said
And
like.
I said it.
We have a
3
question.
times.
The genie has popped up.
Oh Jesus.
You're a genie.
I'm encouraging everybody. So when everybody comes on unapologetically, I want to let everybody know that I have like two major things in the office that have to occur, which is one, here we dream, and two, everybody must be unapologetic, but you must be the best at what you do.
Yeah.
So when you say that, you have to own it, right?
Yes, sir.
So we're doing this. The title of this podcast currently is Coloring Book, from Coloring Book to Business Card. And it's about how social media went from like a coloring book where you could just write and say anything you wanted to now where it's like, wow, this is like a business card.
It has to be structured.
It's structured. It has to have thoughts. But the reason why we're bringing you in for this specific mode of the conversation is we were just discussing how we think it's interesting now. Like I was saying, now what I try to do is like use the stories on IG as more of like a mini vlog, a documentary, right? That's the time where you can kind of do the banter, and then maybe every 3 things that you post should be something about business, about your core thing, and then maybe one kind of wacky thing to let people know that you're a real thing. But the conversation that we're having was how we think it's interesting that people seem to respond very well to like a photo more so than a video. And we're trying to understand, do you have any insight on why you think that is? Even though for me, the last video that I did on my IG where I didn't pay attention to times, I didn't follow any structure. I was driving through New Mexico and I had a thought while the driver decided to go to the gas station, and I got out and I decided to just post something that was on my mind, and then it did better than all the videos that I posted in the last month. So do you have any insight?
I think more especially with,
Don't think. Give us affirmational things.
with
What you believe to be true.
So with essentially how the algorithm works, with pictures it's like psychological, it's like a psychological aspect where it's easier to just interact with it and move. I don't actually have to sit there.
Commit. So a video is a commitment now.
Yeah. I don't have to stand there and sit for about an hour, a minute or two.
So
the
listening to
audience has
everything.
commitment issues.
Facts.
Yeah.
You guys though, you guys are amazing.
Yeah. No. We've been talking for almost an hour. The audience has absolutely left and done other things. From the cold open, they have undoubtedly are not listening.
Nobody. You mean listening or watching?
I don't know if either at this point.
Maybe
I
it's just the phone is
They've-
on the kitchen counter.
Yeah.
And the podcast is playing.
It's still
and they're
playing
going on
is
with
the
their life.
background.
No.
But yeah, I think if there's 2 moments where I'm certain that they would have tuned out, was one when they found out that you came back, and then secondly, if they stayed, it was when you stole left side's glass and licked it. Then they for sure were like, this is the line that we just can't cross. So let me ask you a question. How do you juxtapose that to then a TikTok where we were just having a conversation in like our pre-production meeting that was like, hey, this generation is going to TikTok wanting more educational formatting, so they'll stick around for it. So like, is it a psychological thing where like TikTok has just trained you like this is the place you are going to go for videos, and it was never there as a photo base, whereas Instagram was like, hey, our core audience was photo?
The thing is, TikTok already started its platform as a video-based thing.
Right.
Yeah, so
okay.
majority of people who came there already came there for the short-form content.
Okay, so that's why we're there.
Funny enough, nowadays, in the past month, I think, of the research I've been doing on it, is TikToks now are starting to push pictures.
Yeah.
Where
Is it?
Pictures are also doing
yeah,
better.
TikToks are younger than
So what- so
Pictures are doing better?
They're doing better than
Maybe like
videos.
collage type of pictures.
So is there a world? So is there a world? Because obviously we're going to singularity.
Yeah.
We're going to in this. It feels like we're going to a WeChat model. Do you guys know what WeChat is? Who knows who WeChat is?
We do the messaging app.
Yeah, but do you know all the features? You know all the features that are on WeChat.
No,
Nope.
isn't just another WhatsApp basically?
No, but it's also a social media. It's like also like a social media. It's a more interactive. It feels like it puts all the stuff together.
Okay.
Yeah, because it feels like what ends up happening is if TikTok was a video base and now they're going to do pictures, then it's like, well, wow, you're the same as the only thing you don't have is stories.
Yeah.
But you have reels.
They have stories.
They have stories.
They have stories.
So it's like, so then why, it's like, so when people say like you have to have, and it's like, why do I have to have? Because if you're on TikTok and you're also on Instagram, why, like, you see what I'm saying? But hold on, stay there. This is the whole reason why I'm saying this. because you've walked into my house. I'm coloring in my coloring book innocently, right? Let's say I'm coloring a lion, right?
Sure.
And I'm enjoying just coloring my lion. And now you walk in with a book of all these different lions. You're like, you now have to color the book like, you have to color the lion like this. And then you got it. There's another coloring book that you got to color the lion like this. And I'm like, but all the lions are the same. It's just a lion. You're like, well, no, the paper that you're coloring it on is different.
So you have to
And the way
color it like this.
and otherwise, when we're looking at it, our experience of what we're looking at isn't the same. And I'm like, but I just wanted to color the lion. And now you're telling me that the way that I'm looking at it on my floor, on my kitchen floor, why would I be coloring a lion on my kitchen floor? I don't know. But you guys get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So why do I need to have all of these social media apps if ultimately everything is the same?
Because each social media app, in as much as they may have the same features, don't have the same way they output your algorithm or who they
So how do I crack the algorithm? Who do I have to crack?
Don't say that.
Please don't say that.
Oh,
Don't ever say that
There's a
again.
new meaning.
Please don't say
Please
that.
don't
Can
say
we cut
that.
that out?
What does it mean? Does it mean what I think it means
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Like,
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
and the worst part is I just found out.
Really?
Yeah, I just found out like
Mercy,
2
so
days
it's-
ago.
You didn't know.
No!
That's how
Which,
No.
which again also
I
feels like
am
I'm
so
aging
lost.
myself. Which I should not be doing.
so I
How
okay.
come I'm
So
for you and I'm older?
so when I say okay, so I shouldn't say who do I need to crack?
No,
or how do I
don't
crack?
say
Stop
that.
saying it.
I just don't say it at all.
Stop saying it. Stop saying it.
Maybe
As
a different
medium, don't say it,
podcast.
please.
And the people who are watching this podcast will definitely know that new meaning.
Unfortunately.
Maybe that's part of our after dark, our
Yeah,
uncut,
that is a
where we
an
talk
after
about
dark
where we talk
conversation.
about crack,
Oh God.
So answer the question.
not the drug.
Yeah,
The way you said it sounded like the drug.
Yeah, because
So
I have I'm having dial-up issues.
So
So
you're down
use
with
English.
yeah, I'm having dial-up. So
So penetrating the
What?
digital. Oh my days, I forgot.
Wait, no.
That was intentional, guys.
That was on purpose.
Penetrating the market.
Yes.
Out of all words!
No, you're not funny.
Out of all words!
You're not funny.
Nice.
That was
Oh,
not
no.
planned.
That was a good one, bro. That was a
No.
good one, bro.
Oh,
I have
no.
doubts. I have doubts.
I mean,
the after dark is diabolical.
So
Wow.
Imagine what the next one is. This is gonna be good. Yeah. So how do I?
Hack. How about hack?
No. Hold on. I have a better way. How do I kindly write a proposal to the algorithm to be accepted and voted on so that
you may be elected.
so that I may be elected higher on the algorithm?
the thing is how you position a lot of your videos or pictures and your content.
It's just that's not it. That's not it
Yes,
either.
can we be professional?
Okay, I'm done.
It's just
It's
it's all the,
it's all in the position, man.
it's
All in the
just
placement, girl.
it's just
Okay, I'm done.
it's
I'm
yeah.
done.
It's here's the thing, because my brain moves so quick, there's so many different ways that I would like to take this conversation, but because I want to keep the integrity of our Patreon, let's clean it up. So how do we propose ourselves so that we may kindly
Yeah.
be accepted passage into the algorithm?
So first and foremost, understand you as a brand. Like you're positioning yourself as an organization, or you as a creative or a business. What do you want to position yourself as a brand in the digital space and in that platform specifically, right? For example, platforms like Facebook and TikTok don't really care about the quality of the videos that you post as much as Instagram would, right? Where they want a certain level of prestige or
Aesthetic.
look and aesthetic
Yeah.
to how each and every video or picture looks. That's how you start to push a lot of content, right? And Instagram doesn't also need as much funneling of your content. You don't have to push 3 videos a day.
Oh, because TikTok can go so fast.
Yeah.
So you're like, you have to kind of flood TikTok more because it's like this bite size, it's really fast type of thing.
And in TikTok, you will find different pages that can post the same video 3 times just to get that video into people's attention as much as possible.
All right. That's that. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks, marketing.
I think also to add on to what marketing is saying, it comes back to the conversation we're having about when these platforms first launched.
Yeah.
And how people perceive them.
Yeah.
Because Instagram from the very beginning was very, okay, it's pictures.
Yeah.
But as we went on, it was like, okay, the pictures of people who look this particular
and we're giving you filters to tell you that we believe that you're not enough.
Yeah. So it's like, if you don't look like this,
What did you do?
you are gonna be like at the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
And then everyone else that's like following this particular
exactly.
model is
It's
gonna be
very
like
smart.
And then like with TikTok
Very
came
smart.
a long way. TikTok started from like Musically. Was
it a Vine? Was it
No,
Vine?
Vine.
Vine.
Vines, then Musically.
Huh?
Vines was a different thing.
It was a different.
Oh.
Musically just copied Vine and Musically became TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right,
So,
okay.
So there was Musically, which was in the same. Vines and Musically existed at the same time.
At the same time, but Musically was like when you were just doing like covers of songs or something, or dancing.
And you were taking these short form
Dance
videos
song.
with music, and there was also the dub smashes and all. But that's not important. Yeah. But then when it rebranded to TikTok, then we got this new model, especially because then TikTok became more famous in the pandemic.
Right.
So it was like, okay, short form content, what can you push out that we can watch really fast and be entertained?
And then that's where and then that's when the challenge is. It's a very interesting to do that. You know, a lot of the challenge. Well, I would be transitioning the conversation entirely. Remember yesterday when we were talking about conspiracies?
Yeah.
Who said that?
I swear.
Please.
It's a conspiracy.
But you know that a lot. You know that. Stop it! Absolutely not.
That is so disrespectful.
It would never. That would never happen. You can wait. Here, you want me to pour it for you? I got you. Don't trip. So, do you remember? So there are challenges that are specifically put out by government.
Yeah, no, I've heard of that.
Did you know that?
What? Where?
That you realize that governments have like marketing, social media marketing agendas.
They do.
And so this is where the whole thing about like paid influencers and stuff like that would come from, right? That's because that's where they're like they would get where they get the things. And so part of the whole aspect of a lot of these things where it's like, oh my gosh, I want to go do this challenge because such and such went viral, right? Well, I can change the algorithm however I want to make something go viral. Anything, I'm just clicking a button, right? So the hard part about some of this stuff is, at least for me, is the reason why it's been so hard for me to commit to the social media thing is I'm well read in when it comes to historical like things, like documents. Like I was the type of person I wasn't reading like books, like fantasy books and things like that. I was reading like white papers. So I would read like government white papers and peer-reviewed studies on things. And like that's where I got my thing because I felt like it makes me a better artist because I can do more, have a much stronger knowledge base. But then it also makes it really hard for me to exist in the marketing space of social media when I'm like, but I know what this actually is. So it's like, I have to be of like two minds because I have the one mind where I'm like, gotta sell out to it because we gotta drive viewership because we believe that the message that we have is a thing. But in order to submit the proposal to the algorithm, the proposal needs to be formatted in a certain way. And we don't care that you know what it is that we're doing. If you want to be a part of it,
you must submit your proposal, and we must like it.
And we're not gonna, and we don't care that you know that it's not supposed to be like that. So it's very interesting. The same way I was telling you guys about the story about when I was in Joburg, and the ladies were like, "Yeah, but don't you feel like the way the world is, the way that you work, is super toxic and all these other things?" And I had said, "Yeah, it is toxic. I think it's very toxic. But after I admit that it's toxic, then what happens? I still have to do the work, right?" So
Please stop touching your mic.
I'm not going to do it. I was just leaning in.
No, you touched it.
Oh, I did?
Like a second ago.
So now that we've rounded the corner, I feel like that was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Did we covered stuff,
We did.
Covered a lot.
right? Like I felt like
So
we.
then what's the point?
Well, that's the whole thing. But to everything that you're saying, that the point is what we're doing right now. The point is like
To grow your brand.
we got to grow the platform. The point is, this is the game. Well, we're all playing the game, but like, can you add value to the game?
Yeah.
So the whole thing becomes, all right, I acknowledge that I know what this is.
Yeah.
Now I gotta I know what I'm not going to do to garner more attention. I know what I could do very quickly.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. What I could do very quickly. But I'm just not willing to do it. Back in the day though, I would have highly considered
Posting the fast traps.
I would, yeah, but I would have gone.
The
I
traps
would
of
have been.
thirst.
I would have been far off the deep end.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it was like there was like there was a time when I was 18. I was gonna be a Chippendales dancer.
Oh my
You guys know what Chippendales dancers are? They're like male strippers that work in Vegas, but they do like musical acts. But their whole thing is like they're constantly shirtless or constantly that was gonna be I thought that was gonna be a thing. You saw the picture with my long locks. My body was like my waist was super snatched. You know what I mean?
Waist to wear.
Body
Is that what they
tea,
call go-go
body
dancers?
tea.
No, it's not go-go because it's not like I'm dancing on pole, but it's like a dance group,
It's
right? And you're dancing to like
different acts.
to like YMCA, and then you like you take off your
Oh,
pants.
I think I've seen that.
Some of them are wearing suits. Sometimes they're cowboys.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that. So I thought that there might be a time like, girl, I was like, I'm going to do something in entertainment.
And I
Come hell or high water. Come hell or high water.
Clearly, you were looking forward to hell because what the hell?
Yeah, I was because it felt like it was a closer thing than the high. It was like
My hair there.
it's what do you want like?
Oh no.
Yeah, it's more feasible
I have
at this point.
Gosh, I don't think it's so fascinating. Like as we're on this topic of conversation, so who was I telling? I told this story to somebody. There was maybe I don't know if I was telling it to him because he would have had to have been here to tell it to. But I remember back in the day, gosh, I had to have been 18, right? And so this goes along with the story of being a Chippendales dancer. So I'm doing musicals.
Yeah.
And I'm still really trying to like break into the industry. Like I really want to do television and film, but like do I even have the look for television and film? There was nothing in that year that was like anything that looked like that, like locks. It just wasn't existing. Everything I would go into was like for like a drug addict, this, that, and the third. The game has changed tremendously since then. But everything that I went into was all for that. Anyways, so I was like, okay, I'm going to join these platforms. So I can't get on Facebook. So I'm going to be big on Craigslist. So there's this thing called Craigslist. Do you guys know what Craigslist is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't.
You've heard stories.
Horror stories.
Horror stories.
Craigslist.
Yeah. So it's like the advertiser.
What are you selling?
But so you're using all of your brain, right? As you're saying, so walk with me while I talk with you. So I'm like, but here's the thing. So on Craigslist, so on the advertiser, right? So on the advertiser, you want more? Here, I want to get you here. I need to get that one though, so I can pour the second thing. So I can give you one. I want to make sure that you have a thing. So I'm on Craigslist and I'm seeing it and I'm going, all right. They had an entertainment section.
Yeah.
On Craigslist, an entertainment section. Now, they would post music video, like music, so you can go and do like background for a music video. They'll pay you like $20, $25, $50. You go do background in a music video, right? But then you could like, because it was the entertainment section, you could submit to people that were posting things, right? Like ads. So, in my pursuit of excellence, somebody sends me a message on a post and I would just submit to everything. That was my thing. There's nothing that's too good
For me.
For me.
I will do anything.
I will do anything for a look. Because I cannot sit here on my bed on AOL chat. You guys don't even know what AOL chat is. On AOL chat, instant message, and watch reruns of BS and do nothing. And watch YouTube. Because that YouTube, that's when it just came out. So I submit to everything. Anyways. So somebody responds and was like, hey, we have this, we'd like to bring you in. We have this like modeling thing, but it's like for, we want to take photos, we want to do whatever. Wow, I was like, that sounds great. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're going to pay you $200. Mm-hmm. No problem. Right? So they're like, okay, we need you to submit like a shirtless photo. And I was like, well, that's easy. I already have one. You don't need to ask. I didn't stick my tongue. I didn't realize the evolution of the tongue came much later. I was too square then. Then when the tongue came out, I was like, oh yeah, I've crossed over. But those are stories for other days. So
Bro, can you not?
look, he's a drug addict. It's good. No, it's done.
It's over.
But I just want my glass.
She's in the middle of us.
So I get submitted. So I submit. He loves it. Take a chicken shirt. So he goes, okay. So now I've been booked. I'm booked. Right? And he goes, all right. So we need you to come in, and you're gonna take your shirt off, and we're gonna draw you and take photos. I was like, oh, dope. So is this like a class, like where you stand in the class, like we stand in front of the class and you do the thing, right? And he's like, yeah, it's kind of like a class.
I know. And
I was like, yeah, well, I wasn't that smart then. And I was like, okay. So then I was like, can you give me a little bit more details about the class? Because I think it's, so he's like, well, you'll come in and you start the class and you'll take your shirt off. And I was like, okay, yeah, we've heard that. And I was like, great. And you pay, $200. I said, great. He's like, and then you'll take your pants off. And I was like, what's up? Right? This is all on email, by the way, right?
I need to take it to top off.
And I was like, well, why would I say, but I was like, but then I thought, well, wait a second. I've seen like the classes where it's like the naked guy that's like sitting up there and people are drawing it artistically. Yeah. And I told you guys the story about when I was 16 and like to streak, right? Did I say that on camera or was that an off camera thing?
It was an
on camera.
It was an after dark thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so go to our after dark podcast or our extended cut podcast to hear more about denim streaking at 16. That's diabolical. But anyways, I've always been a little bit of let's just get after it. I've always had, which is what it makes me crazy now. But I think that's why I'm kind of uniquely designed to do this now. Yeah. Like this stuff doesn't scare me in the same way because I'm like,
you've been willing to do scary things.
Please. So anyway, so he goes, so you take your pants off. So I was like, okay, well, so it's like, all right, but I'll have like a Speedo, because that's what it is, right? And he's like, yeah, and then you'll take that off. And I was like, oh, okay.
All right.
Right.
Did you ask further?
So I sat there and I was going, so this is all on email. But imagine, right? So I'm sitting at home, I'm trying to get a gig, you know what I mean? You're like, I've done all of these things for free in my, in a personal relationship, right? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like 19, 20, or 18. I don't remember how old I was. I was between 18 and 20 at the time. So I was like, it's not like I'm not taking I've had to take somebody out to dinner and had to take my clothes off. So at least I'm going to get paid. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, you walk me while we don't judge here. I'm unapologetic. Guys, this is the insight. This is why you join the podcast. Because you get these sweet, juicy goss. Right? So he goes, so I was like, all right, so I got to take my clothes off. And I was like, all right, but I have my Speedo on. And I was like, all right, it's getting a little weird, but the carrot of the money and it's cash is still very much there. So I was like, all right, cool. Then somehow the message, a message comes through, which is then like, well, no, you'll take, like, well, eventually you'll end and you'll have taken your speedo off. And I was like, wow, okay. Now.
That's the way you draw the line.
Now, for the extended cut, I'll tell you the extended cut. Because this didn't end here.
Oh, no.
But so the reason why I say all this was, back in the day, there was nothing that was too good. I was so desperate to just be in the game, around the game.
Somewhere.
I just want in earshot. It wasn't even like, I just didn't want to be away. And if that meant
If you have to take off all your clothes.
Then that's
Well, you'll find out more in the extent. Oh my days.
it was such an interesting, but I thought I was going to be a Chippendales dancer, so I was like, and that was why I always wanted to keep my body on point, so that if, for whatever reason, times got really tough, I always knew that I could go back and be a Chippendales dancer, right? This was before, I realized about, like, hey, you can, like, invest in, like, jock, and, like, things that don't require you to sexually exploit yourself. But business was not taught in my household in the same way, right? So it was like, yeah.
I gotta get naked.
At least this time I'm getting money.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so because there was nothing that was happening in that time. There was nothing that was happening during that time that was like, hey, but what about investment? What about that? And I was like, I am in my body. Like, I have to eat a specific diet. I have to work out, right? The proper Speedo attire is obviously going to be super necessary.
Let's make something colorful.
Like, something very colorful. Fabric very thin because you have to strip away. So, you know what I mean? Like, it was a very interesting.
It's not like you weren't investing.
It was a model. I'm back. Guys, it's all part of the whole thing that I'm saying. We're not so far off the track. Relax, guys. See, here's the funny thing is, I'm still very aware about what I'm saying. I'm trying to get everybody to understand the journey of an artist and what we're talking about, because we've all done it when it comes to social media. Because you're like, is this what I have to do to get likes? What do I have to do? Like, what am I going to have to do? Because when I try to post the book that I'm reading, no one cares.
Yeah.
But when I'm coming out of the ocean,
And you flip your hair back, and it's like.
you see what I'm saying? Or I do the gym pic.
Or the tongue thing.
Oh, the tongue thing. The tongue thing is always a
fan favorite.
fan favorite. Yeah.
Just go to his highlights.
You'll see
it.
the tongue
You'll
thing.
see
But
it.
in order to find out what my highlights are, you would have to subscribe to the Patreon
Facts.
to be able to do that. So you guys should do that. Get the book. You'll hear more of these types of stories in the book. So I do talk about these things in the book. Because I think they're important as younger artists, because undoubtedly there's younger artists everywhere in the world that are either getting propositioned right now, have been propositioned before, and or have thought about what it would be like if that's the route that I had to take.
Yeah.
That's why I bring it up. So as we round the corner, we'll round the corner. 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. So we'll do our unapologetic takes. We have to do our unapologetic takes. Maybe I save our new conspiracies for the next podcast, for when we come back and do the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, what's our unapologetic take?
I think let's start with you.
No, you should go. You've decided to grab everything else out of context. Why not grab the opportunity to go first?
Oh, you mean that? Oh, I thought you were kicking me off, man. Damn, I just got back. Should go. You must give some context.
Unapologetic take.
Please.
My unapologetic take is, I'm in love with this wine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's really. What you put in this?
Do you have an unapologetic take of
the
This
conversation
podcast.
today. Man, there's a lot that I need to learn still when it comes to social media and using it as a business card. Because even as a coloring book, I would still fail dismally. So there's always been some sort of a form of anxiety for me when it comes to social media, and that just led me to not wanting to be in it. But viewing it as a business from the business card POV, I'm very much interested in that, and I want to learn that.
Thank you for that dissertation.
You're welcome.
UK?
Well, it helped me realize that the fact that things have changed, and it really shed light on the way we've evolved from using social media as a way for fun to a thing that can actually push you forward in whichever industry that you're in. So my unapologetic take is that I have to utilize everything that I have.
Facts.
And honestly, don't worry about what it is or how I have to do it, just that I should. And then see where it takes me.
Yeah, you can't worry about how people are responding, right? Like, it's like you gotta almost have to turn your brain off to the likes and to the comments and all that and just do it. Because you never know what hits. You only need one.
Yeah.
Yeah, easier said.
911, you have an unapologetic take as it pertains to coloring book to business card?
Yeah. Should probably stop thinking about the mini vlogs and just do the mini vlog.
Yeah, just do it. Nike it.
Like your socks.
Yeah. I remember when these were long socks, taking it back to there. Mercy, do you have an unapologetic take?
Yes, I think like a note to myself, I would say just to get out of my own way. I think, interesting story. I have an 8-year-old brother who's into gaming, and he recently started a YouTube channel, and he has about 100 followers. And the way he posts, like, he just gets on his game and starts recording, and he posts, and he doesn't even care about like how it looks or whatever. And he's been doing this like for the past few months. And the interesting part is that he goes back to because I used to have a YouTube channel which I made private, but he goes back to my old channel and he looks at the videos I made, and I have like about 30 followers. But he looks at them like to learn, and just watching him approach the whole thing with like this kind of childlike wonder where like there's no judgment or like
that's the big thing.
Yeah,
with the innocence.
So yeah, I
And
look
the
at
not
that.
knowing.
Yeah, I
I
look
love
at that.
that.
I'm like, I need to get out of my own way.
Yeah, you just have to stop caring.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I feel like a lot of these takes, we're all sort of falling into the same ballpark. But in that case, I think for me, like this one here said, yeah, I still also have this. I'm a perfectionist at heart. So I have this thing where I used to be very anxious about social media, and then it used to be a thing of, you know what, I don't care anymore. So then I had to get myself back into the space of caring, because then it's like, if I don't care and I am now into the space of this is a business and I need to get myself out there, what am I going to do? And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do the damn thing. But a part of me still really doesn't care.
Yeah, that's the hard. You have to. I think it's one of these things where, like we're all in the ocean, and if you're like, I want to get to land, you're like, you're gonna have to swim to shore, and there's no way. It doesn't matter if you want to swim, if you like the water, if you wish it was a certain temperature, if you're scared of sharks, if you're just like, oh well, if you want to get over there, you're gonna have to get in the water and go that side. So I think my unapologetic take is, care less. The reality of it is, if you could be authentic, stay consistent, and have something that you believe is valuable, as long as you believe it, and can convey the belief. That's where we come up with the EQ. Speaking of, do you know what EQ is?
Anybody ever told you kind of look like this lion?
Do you know what EQ is?
Huh?
Do you know what EQ is?
Yeah, I watched the previous episode. Come on.
What is EQ? Can you tell what EQ is?
I won't tell for them who haven't subscribed. Go subscribe to our Patreon. Like, comment, share.
That's
They wouldn't be
unfortunate.
watching this if they hadn't subscribed.
You don't know
It's
that.
the only way they
Who
can-
told you they watch it in order?
It's the only way they can get it though, is if they're on
Why
Patreon.
would they skip to
Why
the
wouldn't they?
middle?
Because I wasn't there.
That's why they skipped. That's why they're gonna skip
They
it.
skipped every other one just to get to the one where you weren't there.
Hey, yeah, and I promise you, they're not doing that.
But you're individual.
Exactly.
So, I think care less, but have value. So I think my big thing, going back to what we said before, it's about the consistency, but also I think approaching it from, you have to approach it very business-like, but also just get in the game,
Yeah.
right? Like when we were gonna do these podcasts, right? Like the podcasts are evolving, right? It's like every couple of podcasts, it's like, okay, it's gonna be like this, it's gonna be like this. We were like, okay, the first time that we did it, we're like, okay, we'll just do it with one camera.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, we'll do it like this. And then it's like, okay, well, no, let's do it with two cameras. And then it's like this. And then eventually it will probably be a 3-camera setup. I think at the end of the movie, we'll end up, evolution. I think probably. At the end, it's a while away. Yeah, 911 is like, please, not now. Even though we do have one, and we could, so I could flex. Anyways, because sometimes people do get confused and think that we don't have the things. But we do. It's all an elaborate ploy. But anyways, so like as our podcast is like, as we're evolving, we're like, hey, we're gonna do it like this, and then now we're like, okay, now we have the mics, and now we have this, and so it's like you have to allow yourself, but it's like we would never get here if we didn't start with the one camera and just rip it. Like, just who cares? And let's just see what happens. And not only let's just rip it, let's put it out there. Because now when I were talking, I was like, you know how many podcasts we've done already that have never even been out there? I don't know how many podcasts I've done that are just sitting there on a hard drive. Because it's not perfect enough.
Yeah.
It's not representing everything like this.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have said it like that. Oh, I cussed. Maybe, you know what I mean? And it's like at a certain point, and then what happens is where it really messes with your mind is then when I go online and I can spot all of the imperfections on a lot of these different podcasts or reels and this on the third, and I'm like, and they could care less. And you know what? And I was like, and there's something about that I love. I want to do that. So it doesn't mean that I don't keep learning and evolving and try to do the best, but it's like, yeah, if I stutter for a second and do something, it's like, what? Okay, and it's part of the life.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do even in your acting when you're in a scene. You're like people will go like, if you're doing something and you sneeze, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, can I start again? It's like, you got to use it.
Yeah.
I was totally in. Sneezing is a natural part of human behavior. Just be a real person. Right? So in this day of social media, in this day of AI, be a real person. All right, y'all. I'm Denim Richards. This is the Unapologetic Podcast. We're here to forge, destroy, and kill the way that you view the business of entertainment. We hope that you guys will continue to like, share, and subscribe from whatever it is that you are watching this. Get our merchandise.
Get my merchandise.
All the
Soon.
merchandise.
Well, it's already out. By the time this podcast will be out, you'll already be there.
Yeah.
So soon is now. When she says soon, you mean when we log out?
Yeah.
Soon.
Soon as in like once we press end.
Yeah, that's when
Yeah.
you should be going. And then you can get our Unapologetic merch. We have that. A lot of exciting things. Simba's back, begrudgingly, but he's here. I guess it's part of the contractual obligation. Something about he has like 3 more episodes that he has to be a part of
The network, baby.
before we
I love
can
the network.
fire him cleanly.
I'd also like to speak to the network because I have a complaint.
Yeah.
If this man
This is what happens.
licks
Licks.
the next
Are we on the? Oh yeah.
By the way, he also licked my glass.
She's gonna break it over his head.
And I cannot
Are we in the
be-
extended
You can cut that
cut part now? Oh, we're in the
I
extended
cannot
part.
be- You see, you don't even know how to use this.
Listen.
I cannot be held
Listen
accountable
To the
for
song.
what I will do to his face.
I'm
His
ready.
face that he apparently uses for oil farming, quote unquote.
That's what the people say.
You can't be farming aura and licking glasses. What the
It's
hell?
a-
You are losing
Can't you?
aura.
No.
Can't
No.
you?
Yeah,
That is not
No,
sexy.
it
But I
was
do
not
think-
sexy,
but I do
it
think-
was
but I
ugly
do think-
as
What you
it
gonna
is.
But it is. But I do think it's. I do think it's good. It's so fact. But we are gonna get her
Yes.
a glass
We'll
on
do
this
it right
break.
now.
On this break,
We're gonna do it right now.
we're gonna go get you a glass
Yeah, we're gonna
for that, and you guys are and you'll go get a wine. Oh, a wine. But I don't want to put anybody out.
It was gonna happen anyway.
Why? Just I hate stressing people.
Well, you'll come with me, so.
You were gonna continue.
Yes, you'll come with me.
Oh yeah.
You're
Oh yeah.
But-
I still have. I'm
yeah.
supposed to do my actor.
What happened?
I'm telling. we're in our
Let's
after
do the
dark. I'm in
story.
my.
No, I said what happened. That's what I'm asking.
He got naked for a gig.
Who did?
He did.
No.
When?
I'm
That's what you said.
He's telling the story.
But that's the story that I'm telling. We're in
Let him tell the
the.
story.
Remember, we have the uncut. Remember, we have.
Don't say uncut and you got naked. That's just too much of a.
Remember, we.
Ah!
It's dark and it's after.
Is it so? This is our uncut part, right?
Yeah.
We're in there. So okay. All right. So.
Jesus.
So.
What had happened was.
Hey.
It definitely is what had happened was.
So you took off the top, you took off the pants.
What's-
Wait.
they asked you to take
So remember, we're all in conversation.
Thank
So all this is on email.
Yes.
So he says, so you also take off your pants, and then and I was like, okay, so I'll just be wearing some briefs or probably a Speedo. And he types in, whatever you're comfortable with. Oh, well, that's thoughtful.
He found a gig on Craigslist.
On Craigslist. This is a gig that I got on Craigslist when I was 18
Oh yeah, I'm sure they would have given it to
or
you.
19, right?
Uh-huh.
So he goes, okay, so because we're gonna be in this thing. So we're gonna be in his art room.
Hey, dude.
He has an art area in his loft.
In Van Nuys.
Gosh.
It's probably it was in Burbank,
Worse.
but close enough.
Yes.
So he goes, okay, and so he said, I'm gonna draw you, and then we're gonna take pictures, and I was like, okay, great. So he
I'm
goes,
gonna draw you.
like he's gonna take photos. He wants to
draw me like
draw
one
some
of
Let
things.
me
French
French like one of
girls.
French girls.
Yeah. So in my mind at that time, my natural inclination was, oh, this is definitely a sexual exploitation. But in my desire to be an artist, I lied to myself and I was like, this is like one of those French girls where they stand there naked and people draw them. That's what the lie that I had to tell myself.
Exploitation versus exposure.
Facts. So then he sends another email.
That email.
And this email is so diabolical that, okay, so, because we're after dark, so it's just craziness.
Yeah.
So he goes, all right, yeah, so,
And how did his voice sound in your head as you read the email? Because I know there was a voice in your head.
it sounded like, yeah, so, if you're comfortable,
I knew it. I knew it. So.
I'd love to invite you, I only want to do whatever you're comfortable with. We're not forcing you to do
Who's we?
anything. That's what I heard. That's the voice I heard in my
Who is we,
ear.
though?
Oh,
Wait.
it sounds like one
The
of those.
network.
Are we French?
Yo.
Well, I was a French
You
girl.
are French girl.
I was a French girl,
They
so
might as well be
I
French.
might as well, but I've been in France.
Titanic.
So he goes,
Not like Titanic.
so
Yeah,
you'll
I
take.
like that.
He goes, so if you're comfortable, you'll take your Speedo off.
Yikes, dude.
And I was like, so I'll be naked. He's like, yeah. And then I was like,
Remember, this is the same kid who used to like to run around his neighborhood.
yeah. I prefaced that with this.
Yeah, this is where it started.
But this is where it was like, even for me, it was getting like we're in like your
Maybe a bit
loft.
too risque.
This is giving.
I have, and if no one believed me, I'm almost certain that if I digged up deep into my emails from 15 years ago, I'm sure I could find the email correspondence. So then he says to me in the thing, because we're going to be taking photos, and I was like, what's the title of the photo, is it the story?
Yeah, if it's a project, what is
Right.
What's the name?
The male experience.
Ah.
Yikes. I know where this is going to land.
And so immediately when he said that, I was like, I get what this. We're Oh, so the shirt started with "This is how it starts." So then the question then obviously was, how does this thing
How does this movie end?
end?
Well, I know how this movie ends.
How does this end?
Uh-huh.
And it's a happy ending.
In every way
That's what
that,
he was going for.
and the way that everybody's thinking without me saying anything is exactly what he wrote. And you notice I'm not even saying anything.
That he wanted you to come in there and masturbate? Is that what it was? On camera? Or whatever?
I don't know if we're thinking this.
No.
We might be
That's what I was thinking.
We're
That's what you're
thinking
thinking?
versions
Yeah.
of the
Nah,
the
he's.
same thing.
I'm thinking
No, he
he's
just
coming.
said.
He's coming in and he's gonna help with some angles and
Or maybe he's
No,
going
a male
to.
experience.
No, the male experience is he's gonna masturbate and I'm going to film it and I'm
Oh,
going
damn,
to
yeah.
and I'm gonna draw
Oh,
it.
shit.
Yeah. That's what was supposed to
That's
happen.
what it
And
means.
also
Yeah.
he was experiencing a whole new.
Yeah, I thought it was like the male experience
Like
as
male on male
viewed-
experience?
as viewed from another
The
male.
male. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
A
no,
male
it was
experience
really,
is a male.
it was such a to read the email.
Yikes, dude.
And
And
I
I put
was-
it on Facebook and on Craigslist, someone said yes.
And I was so in the weeds. I was so in the weeds at that time because I was like, gosh, but he's gonna pay good money.
How much?
How much?
What is
It
good
was like
money?
$500.
That's good money for the time.
It's like $500.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cash.
That will buy some groceries.
In
I'll tell you what,
2000 in
I'll tell you
2000
what,
and-
I'm gonna need that up front.
In 2004, 2006.
That's a lot of money.
In 2006, $500 in 2006.
Heck, in 2026.
Yeah, that was
That's
two.
It's
Fast.
still good
I
money.
was two and you.
You get what I'm saying? Yes,
And on
yes.
the right wrong day.
So that's what I'm
Wait, no.
so then I'm sitting there and I was like, I think I have to call my agent and my manager and just cross confirm
That I can do
that
that.
I can do this. He's like, well, it'll be super, and I was, it'll be, what is it, elegant and professional, right? It's like, it's all the things, like it'll be a professional thing. But it was so fascinating because to the whole point is, it was all about wanting to just be in the game. I said no, of course, and I was like, and I just stopped responding. I just didn't do it. But
As everyone goes on their phone and checks.
to see, no, I would tell you if I did. But I did. But the male experience, 2006.
Actually, that's funny. You should probably check and see, did it happen? Did he do the male experience?
I don't.
Did it
Yeah,
happen?
but
Jesus.
it was so fascinating because it was like, of course, if it was on Craigslist, you knew people were going to do it. But like, even for me, it was like, I don't have anything else going on, and what could the repercussions potentially even be? Because I'm so far away from the industry, like I'm so far away from Hollywood. But all I want to be is, and like, if you have a camera, if you have doesn't that get me closer? Doesn't that make me in the game? And it doesn't.
It's so funny. 2006 must have been the year, I guess. Because when you said that, I immediately flashed to my buddy, and he called me up one day in 2006 and goes, hey, so I ran into an old friend who's now a Hollywood executive. And he was my friend was an aspiring actor. And he said, hadn't seen him in years, and ran into like some party randomly, and we got to talking. And he said we had reconnected, and then he called me up and asked me to come to his house and masturbate in front of him, for, how much was it? For $10,000.
Huh?
And when he told me that, first of all, 2006 was a rough year, right? 10 grand. So he told me this,
You would have
and
taken
that was like,
You would have.
so I said to him, and it's a question mark. In fact, I'll be honest what I said to him then. I said, you gonna do it? And he said, no. He said, would you do it? I said,
Yeah.
for 10 grand? Yeah, maybe. I'd consider it. It'd be a conversation. I said, he's not touching me? Hey, yeah.
No cameras on.
I was struggling at the time.
I will not
It was a struggle.
confirm or deny what I would do.
It was a
So
struggle.
he would-
Because everybody has
He
a number.
can't confirm
But here's the
you
thing.
would do it.
He told him
I would
no.
not.
He told the dude no, and the dude kept calling him and taking the number up. The final number he called me back with was 50 grand. I said, I will drive you. As long as I get kicked back a 10.
But okay.
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like an episode of the Unapologetic Babies.
Facts.
But here's the thing, right? So like this is all part of, but this is all part of like the value proposition, right? Where it's like, this is what you, this is the whole thing. And it's like, this is the part of the industry that ultimately makes it toxic, right? Because it's like, there's so many aspirational individuals. And you're no longer in the aspirational period, but you are. And it's nothing to me, so I can just
throw 50 grand at you.
It doesn't do anything for me, but for you, it's life changing.
Facts.
And in your mind, the argument that you're undoubtedly going to make unapologetically is, I've done it for less.
You do it
I've
for
done
free.
it for nothing.
But that's what I'm saying. But when I say do it for less, I'm not saying I sell myself for less.
That part.
I'm simply saying the same way where it's like, but it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's the experience in and of itself is not a new experience. And so that's where you start to go. The hard part about that is once you go down the road, the road becomes a U-turn. It becomes a U-turn back to Hellsville, and sometimes you never leave.
And I guess that's what we're doing now.
And then what happens is at the end,
and then he's like, let me plug you. He's like, let me plug you to your friend, to my friend.
But check this out though.
50 grand in your mind, you're going.
But speaking to what we were speaking about yesterday, was this is about the feeling of wanting to feel like you're valued for what you do, right? And who you are. But this is how it gets you. This is how it'll F you up. So let's just say we walk down the road and let's say that you did say, okay, screw it. I'll do it. And then they offer you a gig. Like so you get a gig, you're gonna do that. And we'll do a whole podcast about this. Like, we'll do a whole specifically on this. But they give you a gig. And now you're working. Now you've gotten a gig. People like you. Now you keep working. One day, it may not be the first day, but eventually you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to go, does anybody actually like me because I'm good? And that's the thing that haunts you for the rest of your life. Now, yes, I've made a lot of money. I may be wildly famous, but you always have that thing in the back of your head of like, but am I actually talented? And that's the lie that you end up having to live with. And yes, when you're sitting, depending on what side of the coin you're sitting on, you're like, I would rather deal with am I actually talented while I'm sitting in my mansion and swiping my American Express card than than feeling that. And that's a real thing. But this is things that as artists, that's why I'll be the artist. That's why I try to talk about the education of things. It's not about what you will or won't do. It's like, are you understanding about the unintended consequences about what
and the intended consequences
and the intent of the other side of that, right? All right,
ladies.
That's that.
Over.
That was good, juicy goss.
Toast.
Not goss. Not toast.
Yeah, clock it.
Cut it now. Okay.
Clocking it.
Well done, guys. All right, let's everybody ready for lunch?